Hi, this is Dr. Don Neese. Welcome back to the Pastor's Porch. One of the things that I feel compelled of the Lord to do comes out of my study and my opportunities to be a surveyor, a watcher, a student of the church. I love church history. I love to watch what's going on currently and try to address issues that are current from a biblical worldview. One of the things that really troubles me is that it seems that we, in the life of the church, have become so biblically illiterate. Now, I know that's a strong term, and I intend it to be strong because the church, it seems, in so many places, has desired to reach the culture so much that they become no different than the culture around them. And we were never intended, the church was never intended to be just like the culture, to reach the culture. Yes, we are commissioned by Christ to go into all the world and make disciples, not to go into all the world and become just like the world. And I think the root of the problem goes back to that term, biblical illiteracy. We have drifted so far away from a biblical worldview that sometimes we can't even see so where and how far we have drifted. A biblical worldview. What is a worldview? I think we need to really go to the basics here of understanding. Everybody has a worldview. We may not have it defined very well. In fact, in our culture today, it seems that worldviews change from day to day. We go with the flow. We take whatever peer pressure is pointed toward us. But a true worldview defines certain things that are important in our life. And so a person can be educated or uneducated, liberal, conservative, rich or poor, non-believing or God-fearing. But all people live in certain ways and they are guided by particular principles and a worldview, what they believe to be true. In simplest terms, a worldview is defined on how one sees life and the world around you. A person's worldview is the way they see and understand the world. And I've had so many people, and I've been guilty sometimes of saying, I just don't understand the world. I don't understand our culture. I don't understand how we've gotten so far afield of God's creation and God's intent for our world. But when I feel that way, I've got to go back to the Bible. The worldview is the way we understand the world, especially regarding politics, philosophy, and yes, very much so, religion. How a person makes sense of the world depends on a person's vision of the world. Our worldview is the lens that helps us make sense of life and understand the world around us. In simplest forms, I wear glasses. The lens in my glasses help me to see things in focus when things are far away. If I take my glasses off, everything beyond about 8 foot in front of me gets blurry. But when I put the lens on, it clears up my vision. Our worldview gives us clearer understanding, clearer vision of what we see and our life all around us. Sometimes a worldview will bring clarity. I believe a biblical worldview brings clarity to our life. But sometimes it can really distort reality if that lens is foggy, if that lens is not the prescription that we need. God gives us the right prescription, the right lens to clear our worldview. Through a worldview, We determine priorities that explain our relationship to God, to other human beings. We evaluate the meaning of events and justify our actions. A person's worldview provides a general context for life, including a vision of what one thinks is authentically real and of supreme importance. A worldview shapes, influences, and directs our personal life, our entire life. People believe, they behave what they believe. Their worldview guide the development of our values that direct and influence the decisions and the actions of our life. The system of beliefs that we hold then responds to the big questions of life, focusing on issues central to human concern. These issues especially include thoughts about the human dilemma. The greatest questions ever dealt with, I believe, is to determine, is man basically good with a proclivity toward evil, or is man evil with a proclivity to do good? And how you answer that question will be determined by your worldview. It establishes your worldview. It establishes good and evil. A well thought out worldview answers the big questions of life, of origin, morality, meaning, and destiny. And if we're going to answer those questions in ways that don't shift with the wind, that don't shift with the culture, then I firmly believe we've got to get back to the Bible. There's an old hymn that says, back to the blessed old Bible, back to the light of its word. Be on our banners forever, holiness unto the Lord. Folks, let's get back to the Bible to develop our worldview, to develop the determination, the understanding of what's truly important. Thanks for listening in. I hope you'll come back. Please click share and like and subscribe to this podcast. I'd like to share my thoughts and build this YouTube channel, this podcast, as well as we can, and that only happens with your help. So please share and subscribe, and I'll see you next time on the Pastor's Porch.